The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Hustling through to break that play up, Maxx Crosby.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one good for 26 and a first down. Henry up the middle. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Vick now. And this one caught by Delanie Walker. Touchdown, L.A. Delanie Walker, 44 yards. And the Rams put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Come on.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Back to Dillon on first down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And some room to run now. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 47 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. They run once more with Dillon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then finished with the tackle.
On second down, Dillon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Off play action, it's Cunningham. Got a man, it's Jerry Rice. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Dillon. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. Here's Cunningham. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. The sack is by Janoris Jenkins coming in off the corner.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Now swing pass for Dillon. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal. They'll run for it with Dillon. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A.J. Dillon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Wizards' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. And how about this decision? Tie game first half, but here's an onside kick. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It was the linebacker, Shaquille Leonard, who applied the heat. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Off the option, here's Henry. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Vic readies to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to... He's got a man! Complete! And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And they rattle off a big one. 68 yards. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a first down throw, Cunningham. Buying time to his left. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll go with a keeper, and he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. Now Cunningham. He'll dump this down to Dillon. That's complete. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Cunningham to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Rob Gronkowski. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Wizards will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Night Train Lane. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they were...
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jack Rabbit Jenkins. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Bullock's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Dillon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now Dillon on the inside give. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Cunningham. He'll check it down, complete to Dillon. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They give to Dillon out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, Cunningham. That'll be caught by Rice. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They'll run here with Dillon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now Cunningham steps away. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Randall Cunningham, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Wizards will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. And up 2 scores late. No clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously, this is such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Now here's Vick. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Here's Michael Vick. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. Vick goes play action. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. Throwing on 2nd and long. Vick. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Okay, ready? Ready?
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about the read. He was able to make the play.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll try to throw it here. Vick.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the 8-time Pro Bowler, Steve Atwater. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
They'll go to Barkley again. Room here to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 47 yards. And the Black Knights use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Vick operating on first down. It's caught. Beckham. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. On second down, here's Henry. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
2nd and 5 now. Vick. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Come on.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. They go play action with Griffin. He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on first and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Play action now, Vick. That's complete to Bettis. And he's got room. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown. Jerome Bettis. 55 yards. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. Bullock good on the extra point. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out
with him just kicking the extra points as well. On 2nd and 1, Griffin. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. Once again, Griffin. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards. First down. To throw is RG3. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A handoff, Barkley running left. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. third down. Griffin. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Hold the check. Bronco switch.
They'll try and throw for it with Griffin. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on fourth down.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. Fourth down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. Finding Walker complete.
Let's go now.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Running from the gun with Henry. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the 24, Vick. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Jerome Bettis. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is now 14-10. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Come on.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Griffin. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this third quarter of play. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
To Barkley on the check down. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Griffin. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Again, it's Henry. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 94 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a first down. To throw, Vick. And he'll find Hall. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, Vick. They'll roll him out right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40.
Let's go now.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Vick readies to throw. Going up top for Kupp. And this is caught. Touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 40 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A first down carry for Barkley. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From midfield now, here's Griffin. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to...
And the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down for the sack. Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack.
Unlock right. Stephanie Ranger.
Here we go. It's Griffin on fourth down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. A short kick taken at the 18. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll start out here with the option left. Michael Vick, he's going to go. The Rams will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing now is Brady. It's caught. Michael Pruitt. And out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend. And usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His second catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, and they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding where defenders are.
Yeah, we talk all the time, Charles, and it kind of gets cliche about the hands that he has, but really it's the truth. They're, for a tight end, some of the best hands in the game. And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete here to Ayuk. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Patterson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Henry again on second down.
First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Off the option, here's Henry. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Up the middle they run with Bettis. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Again, they'll run with Bettis. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Vick now.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they dropped it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On play action, it's Brady.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to get it back here just past the 35. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Vick goes play action. And he slings one that's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
Inside handoff, Henry. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Check that. Street. Right there.
Now here's Vick. He gets it complete to Anquan Boldin.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Come on. Fix the eagle.
They'll try and run for him. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Flush to his right. Oh, and the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On the screen, it's Bettis. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Bullock's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. Looking to throw again on second down. Brady, and the Rams got it. They bring him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
Hold it ready.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Brady. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Here's Brady. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Brady going to go on 4th down. And complete to Drake London. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Straight ahead, Patterson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Brady. And he's got Crowell. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 13-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Flushed out right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Patterson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll run with Patterson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
88 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Now a give up the middle to Bettis. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight-ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. running from the gun with Henry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
They'll try and pound it with a big back Bettis. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Brady. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Drake London.
63 yards.
And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
Off the option, here's Henry.
And some room to work. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.